Zatanna, Bring Down the House, issue number 3. That's right, folks, we're still going strong with this book. This little book that's in its own lane, doesn't feel like it connects to anything going on currently at DC, which is kind of what I need to see right now. They're in a weird state, DC. Everything's about to change come September and October, and for some reason, this little Zatanna book just came out at the perfect time. And it's about Las Vegas and magic, and finally a character you're familiar with also shows up in this book, which is kind of what we've been needing. I've really liked the run. You know, it's a fun mini-series. The art is fantastic. Javier Rodriguez crushing it. One of the most beautiful looking books on shelves right now, truly. My one critique is that there is a lot of explaining magic with characters you probably don't know a lot about, and that could be very hard and annoying if you're not thinking about it. But then they're like, we're closer to the end now. Here's something you might know. So I dig that. At the end of the last issue, Zatanna went back to her apartment. And in her apartment was a weird lady that's dressed like a rabbit. And we'll get to that in a minute here. But before we get to that, we get like a page that opens up this book where it's the Minister of Casters, the ancient ones who worked with Zatara, her father. They're like, we have to stop Zatanna. She's reckless and she's got dangerous use of magic. We have to stop her. And the character who saved her in the first couple issues, we're calling the Stranger now. She's like, I don't know, she seems okay. Like, I think she's literally doesn't know anything about what's going on. They're like, no, silence. She knows. She's lying to us. We have to go get her. Before we get that resolution, let's spend some time with this weird bunny lady that showed up. So Zatanna's like, what are you doing in my apartment? Are you eating my carrots? And one of the rabbits is hanging out with this lady using a spoon to drink carrot soup or something. It's kind of amazing. And this lady, she can talk to the rabbits, and one of them is like talking to her. It's kind of fun. It's really fun. This whole sequence is incredible. She's like, what's all this nonsense about you not doing magic? She's like, I don't do magic. I did it maybe when I was like a kid and something happened, but it's not something I do. The rabbit lady bonks her on the head, and it sends her down a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, not a rabbit hole. A bunny well, which is semantics, but that's just what magic is. Magic is semantics. And this is where, just when I thought the book couldn't impress me anymore, it just completely shifts its color palette and becomes something so insane. Like, every other panel is Zatanna just in like a very specific color. Everything is more vibrant and crazy. Unbelievable. I've loved the colors on this book, I think, more than any other book this year. It is truly amazing. So Zatanna is in like some weird location. She doesn't know where she is. And she is being summoned here by the Order of Bunnies, which is like another group of like magic users. We have like the casters, the ancient beings who did all this magic stuff. Now the Order of Bunnies has sent someone to talk to Zatanna, and they're like, you stand accused of like killing Zatara, your father, and you are charged with the misuse of magic. She's like, would you stop? What is this? Your punishment is death. She's like, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything. It looks so incredible. Like, it is just the perfect pulpy, pop art that you'd see in like a very specific era. It's incredible. So what is the thing they're going to use to kill Zatanna? A big rabbit creature we call the Destroyer of Souls. And a big, disgusting demon rabbit with one eye emerges to attack her. And I'm like, this is incredible. And she's losing to this rabbit. Doesn't think she can stop it. And then she starts trying to summon her magic. And she's like, be gone, Soul Crusher. And it vanishes. And she wakes up in a bed surrounded by bunnies. And Our Lady's there. She's like, guess you do use magic, hey? She's like, I don't know what happened. She's like, it's okay. I think you did fine. So we see that Zatanna is now starting to get into the rhythm of her magic. Maybe she is able to use magic. Maybe she can. It's like, I don't know how to deal with this right now. This is annoying. I don't like this. This conversation's over. Whatever my father was connected to, I don't care. So she's like, I may not know magic, but I do have some tricks up my sleeves. And like she like spins or like emerges a bunch of like smoke and mist from one of her pockets, and then she vanishes, and the rabbit lady's like, oh, damn it. That's when we see a floating eyeball staring into the room, and it like emerges into somebody's body, and they talk to one of like the casters like, yeah, the stranger was lying. Zatanna can use magic. I just saw it. bad shit's about to go down. And she was clearly talking to the rabbits. So Zatanna puts on her best fur coat, looking more like a rabbit every day. Goes to her local diner, is talking on the phone to someone like, hey, I know it's been a while, but I just need someone to, like, talk to. And I think I might be in trouble, so please help me if you can. So she sits down at this diner, orders a Coke, is just not really doing anything, trying to evade, just thinking about anything going on. I mean, taking this pulp aesthetic and going to a diner just amplifies it, because this is the type of artwork and style you'd see in like those nostalgic diners where it's like, here's all like the Marilyn Monroe paintings hanging up on the wall. It's amazing. The rabbit lady shows up and she's like, wow, good for you. We may have gotten off on the wrong foot. She's like, yeah, not a lucky foot. She's like, oh yeah, that's funny. Let's actually talk about what's going on here, because I clearly think you don't know anything that's happening. I'm starting to wonder if maybe you weren't let on to everything. So our rabbit lady takes the menu and she turns it into like a comic book depicting stuff that's important for the backstory. The casters had her father. He was a member of them, but then he started using forbidden spells, and one of them was like siphoning magic from other people, and you can use that to make yourself more powerful. Now, Zatanna thought he could continue to do that without, destroying others or being like consumed by a demon or whatever. Feared he could go against some of the spells and actually get better because of it. Of course, he can't. And now he's dead. And we think that you're connected to that because you're more powerful and you took his power, maybe. That's potentially something that has happened. That you might be the most powerful magician out there, and you have been stealing magic, and you stole the magic from the most powerful one, which was your father. That's potentially what we happen. And that's potentially what had happened, and you are now kind of trapped in the middle of that, and you paid the price for it, We want to use you for the battle, I guess, of like the bunnies versus the casters or whatever is about to happen. I don't really know. It's weird. And as that's going on, we see like somebody who's a part of like the casters. He's going into like a secret house to like reveal all the secrets, potentially doing like his own destructive magic thing. And he summoned a demon and he gets destroyed by it. And you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's just like amplifying that there's always going to be people trying to like seek magic and go into these bigger, more dangerous ways. It's kind of exciting. I think that's very interesting. But Zatanna's like, I do not understand a lick of what's happening here. And I really like the subtleties we get in this one panel where she's like, I don't understand. I don't know if I'll show the panel. We'll see. There is somebody in the background in a trench coat with blonde hair. We'll get to that in a minute here. Just subtly amplifying it because the stranger is going to show up first. And she's like, okay, I know the full story now. Zatanna, you are accused of stealing magic. You're coming with us. Bunny Lady's like, do you just not listen to anything happening? Like, this is not her fault. Like, she clearly doesn't know what's going on. Nothing is going good. The bunny lady and the stranger are about to go to blows. Like, they're literally fighting at every single turn. Zatanna has no idea what's happening. And then we see the waitress come over like, hey, whenever you're ready, you can pay for your food up count. She's like, well, we didn't order any food. She's like, no, but the guy at the counter said you'd pay for his burger. What guy? What guy? What? Who's the guy? Oh. Come on, we saw a trench coat and blonde hair earlier. Of course, it is Constantine. And everybody knows who it is. He shows up. He does have a cigarette on him. He is not smoking it, but it is on his ear, which already is more than the Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo Savage Wolverine book or whatever it's called, Wolverine Revenge, where no one had a cigar. He's like, hey, long time no see. And everyone's like, oh, great. Now Constantine's in here. He's like, look, when I got your call, I was really worried, but I thought it was going to be about like the car rental situation. I guess it's actually about you being some great and powerful magician. So let's talk about that. Amazing. Like the perfect third foil for this whole like situation. The Order of Bunnies, the caster is going against everything Zatanna's doing. And now her ex, who's like one of the most powerful guys out there. That's awesome. Incredible. It's incredible. I truly love what we're doing here. Not only is this book just gorgeous, because it is gorgeous. It's setting up something fun. It is a lot of like, hey, this guy's got a magic eye and I don't know who it is, and he's working for these people I don't care about, and this lady's a rabbit apparently. There's a whole like magical organization of rabbits. That's exhausting and weird, but also it looks gorgeous. And then Constantine showed up and he's like, hey, I'm not part of either of these affiliations. What the fuck's going on, babe? I really respond to that. It's a really cool idea to play with. This book, it's fun. It's a really fun idea, and I'm glad it's happening. It's what we needed. It's what we needed. Something a little bit different. And this is what Zatanna needs to be. It's really fun. I love it. She's looking a lot like Ella Purnell, you know? I don't know. I think we're headed somewhere. So, Zatanna, Bring Down the House. Issue number 3. I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.